Well, hey friends, it's Tracy and Violet and Boris and Jerry over there in the rocking chair. My skeleton. From Tea Time with Tracy and Violet and Boris and Jerry. I just got done doing a horror book haul. I put together 2 bookshelves today to add to my in-home library I'm trying to assemble. And I had a whole bunch of unopened books that need to be hauled. So I'm filming now and I'll schedule it to post in the future. So I'm just going to get right in. Some of these I know, some of them I don't. So bear with me. I'm just going to go right for it. This one's by Sam Hall, Problem Child. I think this is a shifter romance. I like paranormal romances. I haven't read one in a long time, but I used to read, that used to be all I read for a long time before. This one I think is about this lady that gets pregnant and runs away, and maybe she's rejected, I'm not sure, and it goes from there. I'm not sure. Problem Child, Sam Hall. Never read it. Never read anything of hers. This one is very popular, or it was last year, but Emily McIntyre, Hooked. I've never read anything by her. I think there's a few other books in this series. It's like a villain romance, dark romance series. So the guy would be like Captain Hook and whoever the girl is. I don't know the story at all, but I got it. I go through these manic phases of wanting to read certain genres or certain kinds of stories, fluffy, dark, taboo, crazy, extreme, you know. So right now, this is what I was into, I guess. Gilded Mess. This is a Goldilocks and the Three Bears retelling. Gilded Mess. So this young girl named Goldilocks who innocently wandered into a home owned by a family of bears. Boris, no. Okay, my name is Rhea, and I may have broken in and I was high and it was cold outside. Oh, and the bears were actually shifters. There. Just a minute. Violet, here. Bring it here. Oh, just a minute. Okay. Next one is Pestilence. I think there's books in this too. I think there's 4 books, like for the 4 Horsemen. Dark romance. Paranormal romance or supernatural romance or whatever. So the 4 Horsemen, I think there was a girl sent to try to kill him, but he can't be killed, and he ends up taking her and goes from there, I guess. I don't know. One of these days I'll get around to it. This is a duet. This is a shifter one. Again, Pack Darling and Pack Darling 2 by Lola Rock. Oh, Pestilence was done by Laura Thalassis. Lola Rock. I'm trying to think. I ordered this a long time ago. I just never got it out because I didn't haul it. And I'm just catching up with... I'm still reading some books that I got last year. You know what I mean? You can only do so much. Boris, what are you doing? Get going. After surviving a childhood owned by a snooty, stuck-up boarding school of budding omegas, I have everyone convinced I'm a dud. My awakening, never gonna happen. Heat, mates, and a fairy tale pack life, maybe next reincarnation. All I want is to be left alone. I'm invisible, headed to a blissful solo future until Warren, the Wyvern pack, destroys my dream of independence. Atlas, Hunter, Finn, Jet, and Orion are poison candy. They don't want an Omega, but they need one. Even if there never be a real spot for me in their pack. Who needs a pack? I'll keep myself safe. Same as always. I'm never awakened, and I'm never ever given the Wyverns my heart, because all they'll do is rip me apart. That one. I think there's a lot of groveling in this, because I went through a phase buying some books with hardcore groveling. Like, who doesn't like a little bit of groveling? I think that's what that is. And then I got another paranormal romance. I see Jen from the book Refuge has mentioned this on numerous occasions. This is a whole series. I only got the first one just to try it. The Blood Alliance series. I think this has vampires and werewolves in it. Humans are the minority, or they're used for food. They don't have the rights like vampires and werewolves. And I think either the werewolf does whatever they need from this girl and discards her, and a vampire finds her and decides to keep her. And I don't know. She said it's quite dark though. I watch her channel sometimes. She reads everything, like from historical romance to paranormal to taboo and dark and stuff like that. So that's where I got that from. Okay, I can't remember if I hauled these or not. Book 3, book 1. I got a trilogy by Rena Kent. I have one book of hers that I have not read, but then I got this because I'm crazy. I can't help it. I think this is, this is the Deception trilogy. My Husband, My Tormentor. I think this is, I don't know if it's Mafia or what. My Husband, My Villain. Yeah. So there's Vow of Deception, Tempted by Deception, Consumed by Deception. And the most notorious man in the city offers me a job. Act as his dead wife. Oh, so she's going in to pretend to be his wife that's actually dead. Adrian Volkov isn't the type of person who takes no for an answer. He commands with an iron fist, and all his orders are met. When he approaches me with an offer, I have 2 options: go to prison or put myself under his wrath. I choose to have the roof over my head. What's so hard about acting, right? Wrong. The moment I step into his wife's shoes, everything spirals out of control. My only way of survival is through Adrian, or is it? So, he must be a real jerk. And, yeah, that. I like tormented stories sometimes. I do. My life is not like that. I would never wish that upon anybody, but that's what I do. This is a new one too. Skeleton Key by Charity B. I have another book of hers, R.I.P. I haven't read it yet, which is quite dark and taboo. Extreme dark and taboo. And I think this one is too. And I think this is around Halloween. I don't know. I'm not going to read it this year. This Halloween, but in this town, I'm free from shame, a place where everyone knows my name. Glamorizing corpses to feed a need. That's why they call me the Skeleton King. They all worship me, but they don't know the real me. All they see is a painted face. Truth is, I'm terrified. All the hope inside me died. Death and cold will forever be my morbid fate. Then she showed me something more, something stealing death's allure. I don't know. Maybe he likes dead bodies. I really don't know. So, that one. This one is, I think it's, by Sadie Kincaid, New York Ruthless Book 1, Ryan Rule. A reverse harem. That's what I was trying to think of. I think that's what that is, but she doesn't want to be there. She doesn't want to be a part of it. Jessie Heaton is fearless, flame-haired computer hacker, independent and feisty. She relied on no one but herself since the age of 16. Working for the Russians, she is finally close to getting the one thing she wants most in life. When she stopped in her tracks by the notorious Ryan brothers. The Ryans are an Irish mafia. They are unstoppable. No one stands in their way, and nothing comes between Ryan and his family. That is, until a hurricane, that is Jessie, crashes into their lives. With a world full of secrets and a past that she can't outrun, will she be their salvation or their downfall? Ryan Rule is Book 1 of the New York Ruthless series, a reverse harem dark mafia romance full of heat suspense that will keep the pages turning. That one. All right. Swan Song by C. Lamari. Welcome to the dance. Welcome to the dance of the dead. I think she's a ballerina, and she's kidnapped, I think. And I don't know if this is paranormal or not. Your master shall be waiting patiently. Dance with your demons. Spin. I don't know if they mean that figuratively or literally. Like, are they demons or not? I really don't know. For this is the beginning of twirl till you drop, for this is the beginning of the rest of your life. This is your swan song. That one. I guess it's some sort of something. There's bloody feathers coming down and blood coming off of that little tiara thing. Okay. These ones I bought from thrift books. I think this is a series, and I don't know where they go in the series. I plan on getting it all. I hear a lot of things about Pepper Winters. I have other books of hers somewheres. I'm going to end up doing another haul, so they'll probably be in that. But this is her motorcycle series. I think I have the Indebted books series, or not all of them, but some of them. And she has a whole bunch of different books, but this is her motorcycle series. Motorcycle romances aren't my favorite. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. But I got these super cheap, like $3 or something, off of thrift books. And I'm just like, well, I see a lot of people talk about Pepper Winters, and I want to get in the know, and I didn't spend a fortune on it, and it's a good way to get some going, I guess. All right, just a second. I have another little bit right there. Okay, I got Adelaide Forest Bloodied Hands, and this might be, yeah, this is a series. I only bought the first one, and caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. My angel is the one who got away, the only person in the world I love. When she is caught in an unsanctioned bank robbery in my territory, only my reputation protects her. She should have stayed away. I won't read on because I don't really want to know a whole lot about it, but I don't know if it's mafia or just big business, like crime stuff. It's a whole series. I thought I'll try the first one. If I feel like reading more, I'll get the rest of it. I hear Adelaide Forest writes very dark romances, and yeah, isn't afraid to cross the line. So I wanted to try that one. This one I heard, A Dark Stalker Romance by Candace Wright, Coerced. I ordered some books that don't have a happy ending, and I think this might be one of them. I'm not sure, but it's a stalker romance. That's all I can say. Ivy and Atlas. I know what love is. After witnessing after its devastation, I've shied away from it until Atlas. I never thought I'd ignore the red flags and wave a white one, surrendering to Atlas in the most delectable ways. I didn't realize he'd been playing me all along until I found myself at his mercy. They say love can heal all wounds, but what about the scars left behind? And it goes on from there. A stalker romance. I think my last dark taboo haul had a bunch of stalker romances because I went through that kind of thing. I've had this book for a while. This is by Maya Knight, Singed Series Book 1, Bitter Heat. I've been holding off reading this because I really want to read it because I hear it's very good until book 2 comes out, but it's not out yet, and I think it's been over a year or two. So I'm going to hold on, but I think this has to do with a young couple that got married. They got married out of just convenience sort of thing. They loved each other, but not really. Like, they just were young and got married. He went on to become very successful and focused on his job. She was unhappy. They got divorced a few years down the road. She kept in contact with his mother because he was a big hotshot, fancy business person that didn't really pay attention to his mom. Turns out his mom gets sick sometime and has to go to the hospital, and she's gone back to the house to help, like, watch the mother's house, and he comes back because he hears his mother is sick or something, and then there's a blizzard, and then they're locked in the house together, and I guess he's quite an asshole, and it goes from there. And yeah, I like it because it has a butterfly wing on there. It's on fire, but it is a butterfly wing. So there's that. That one. All right, this is the Indebted series I was talking about. I don't have it all. Book 3. Okay. Book 1. Yeah. You can only get what you can get on thrift books or something at one time, right? These are all secondhand thrift books. $3, $4, something like that. Indebted. Book 1. And Debt Inheritance, Book 3, Second Debt, book 4, Third Debt. I don't know how many are in the series, but I think this has to do with a family, like probably when I think of it, it's another book series that I read a long time ago, but some family owes another family a debt and it's been going on for generations. I think one of the girls has to be given to this family at a certain age, and is that the right one? Or that might be one that has pennies in it or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's Pepper Winters. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I should know what these books are. Nyla Weaver's family is indebted. Being the firstborn daughter, her life is forfeit to the firstborn son of the Hawks to pay for sins of ancestors past. The dark ages might have come and gone, but debt never leaves. She has no choice in the matter. Jethro Hawk receives Nyla as an inheritance present on his 29th birthday. Her life is his until she's paid off a debt that's centuries old. He can do what he wants with her. Nothing is out of bounds. She has to obey. There are no rules, only payments. And I guess it's quite extreme. So, that one. Okay. I don't know about this. I've seen a lot of people talking about this, and I really try not to get sucked into, hyped books. I really kind of avoid a lot of hyped books. I mean, if I buy hyped books, I buy them like a year later or something like that. I've seen this one not too long ago, and I just bought it. It's the Ravenhood series. Kate Stewart, never read anything by her. That's probably the last one. The Finish Line, Exodus, Flock. I think it's Flock, Exodus, and the Finish Line. So I got that one, and I forget. Can you keep a secret? I don't know. I grew up sick. Let me clarify. I grew up believing that real love stories include a martyr or demand great sacrifice to be worthy. Because of that, I believed it. Because I made myself believe it, and I bred the most misogynistic of romantic hearts, which resulted in my illness. When I lived this story, my own twisted fairy tale, it was unbeknownst to me at the time because I was young and naive. I gave into temptation and fed a beating beast, which grew thirstier with every slash, every strike, every blow. Triple Falls wasn't at all what it seemed, nor were the men that swept me under their wing. But in order to keep them, I had to be on their secrets that cost us everything to keep. Anyways, and we're all punished. That series. So that's all I'll do now. I will have another haul of dark, maybe monster romance, or I forget. I don't know. But there. That's some books I can put on my shelf now that I got my shelves assembled. So I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose. But if not, that's okay too. I still love you. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So, okay, guys. With that, I'm going to say have a good night or have a good morning. And I might see you sometime soon. Bye. Cush blink.